What's up guys, I'm Spidey and today we're going to talk about the new MetalMorph support. New leaks have been coming out from Konami's upcoming set, Rage of Abyss. I did see the 6 Sam support, but it's only 5 cards. Doesn't look like they're really giving me a bigger idea of what they're trying to do with the archetype, so I'm not going to talk about that. But I am going to talk about the new MetalMorph support. If you don't know what MetalMorph is, basically, MetalMorph is from Season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! With Joey faced Bandit Keith. Bandit Keith used MetalMorph to turn Zoa into Metal Zoa. Joey then used Grave Robber to take it and turn Red Eyes Black Dragon into Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. Since then, there's been a leftening of support for Red Eyes Darkness Metal and all types of Dark Eyes Metal Dragons. But MetalMorph has never gotten support. So now, with this new set coming out, MetalMorph has now gotten support. I'm going to read the cards, tell you what I think, and then I'm going to ask you what you think. So they made a new Zoa card, which is called Fiend Beast Zoa. It's a level 7 Dark Fiend monster with effect that reads as follows. You can only activate this card's effect once per turn. If your opponent controls a monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is tributed from your hand, you can special summon it in defense mode. Then, if you do not have Enhanced MetalMorph in your graveyard, your opponent can special summon one monster from their hand. During your main phase, you can set one MetalMorph trap card directly from your deck. Then they made a new card called Metal Copycat, which is a metal version of the Copycat card. You can only use the card's effect once per turn, each effect once per turn, and the card once per turn. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can then set one MetalMorph trap card directly from your deck. Then if you have Enhanced MetalMorph in your graveyard, you can draw one card. Second effect, this card's level is increased by 4 during your opponent's turn only. Third effect, you can declare one monster type. This card becomes that monster's type until the end of the turn. It is a level 1 light monster, spellcaster. And these are the 2 boss cards that they made for it. You have Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon, which cannot be normal summoned, must first be special summoned with the effect of Enhanced MetalMorph by tributing one level 5 or higher dragon monster. You can only use this effect once per turn, and cards with this name's effect once per turn. You can reveal this card in your hand to set one MetalMorph directly from your deck to the field, and if you do, shuffle this card from your hand back into the deck. Second effect, if your opponent activates a card or card effect, which is now a quick effect, you can now negate that activation, then inflict damage to them equal to half of one monster in attack position on your opponent's side of the field. Second effect reads as follows. Quick effect, you can, when your opponent activates a card or effect, this is a quick effect, you can negate it, then you can inflict damage equal to half of the original attack points of an attack position monster on your opponent's side of the field. The new Metal Zoa card, which is now called Metal Zoa X, level 8 Dark Machine monster with an effect that reads as follows. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned with Enhanced MetalMorph by attributing one level 5 or higher Fiend monster. You can only use this effect, the first effect of this card, once per turn, or cards with this card's name. You can reveal this card in your hand to set one MetalMorph trap card from your deck, and if you do, shuffle this card back into your hand. Second effect, up to twice per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or effect or a monster effect, you can now target one face-up monster they control and destroy it, and that is a quick effect. They have one spell card called Approaching Machine, which you can only use once per turn. Add one monster that mentions Enhanced MetalMorph or MetalMorph trap card from your deck or graveyard, add it to the hand. If you control a MetalMorph trap card, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one defense position monster your opponent controls and change it to attack position. Then they have 2 trap cards. One is a play on Time Machine, which is called Time Engine. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, target one of them, special summon it. Then if it is level 5 or higher machine monster and you have a MetalMorph trap card on the field or in your graveyard, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. Then inflict damage equal to the summoned monster's original attack points. Meaning that if you monster gets destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to bring it back, and if it happened to be a level 5 or higher machine monster, destroy all your opponent's monsters, and then you inflict damage to the monster you summoned. And then you have Enhanced MetalMorph. which you can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Activate this card by tributing one face-up monster. Special summon one monster that cannot be normal summoned or set, and mentions enhanced MetalMorph from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Then you can equip this card to it as an equip card with this effect. The equipped monster gains 400 attack, 400 defense. Your opponent cannot target it with monster or spell card effects. It also cannot be destroyed by monster and spell card effects. By monster effects and spell card effects. Here's my thought. With these cards being announced, granted, there might be more that's in the set, but just going off of these cards and what I see here, I feel like this is more of an example of how I always say Konami knows what they're doing. Like, Konami knows how to make balanced cards. But I do see the synergy. I do see what they're doing. These cards don't necessarily work with the older support. Like, granted, you can do more with Red Eyes Darkness Metal. You can do more with Red Eyes Metal Dragon. And you can kind of do stuff with there. But as far as like Zoa, Metal Zoa, that's not really, I'm not seeing the real good effects off of that. The copycat card, Metal Copycat, I was very confused at first of like, oh, why does it gain 4 stars on your opponent's turn? Because it goes from 4 to 5. And if it's a machine monster, you can use the MetalMorph card on it to get to the metal other cards faster. But the fact that it can't just jump on the field and you have to waste a normal summon is kind of whack. But the fact that it is level 1, so you can use cards like 1-for-1 to go into it to get into the field faster, but 1-for-1 is not really searchable. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm looking for ways of how to jump on the field faster. So even with the Fiend Monster Zoa, the new Zoa card, you can special summon it from your hand just to get to it faster. But if you don't have the MetalMorph cards in your graveyard, then your opponent gets to Your opponent gets to special summon a monster. So even with both the Fiend Beast Zoa, Metal Edge Zoa, and Dark Eyes Zoa, a lot of them revolve around getting the enhanced MetalMorph in the graveyard, which you have the 2 boss monsters which you can run more than one of, so there won't be a dead draw because you can't shuffle them back into the deck to get this card that actually summons them. So it's kind of like, okay, you get some synergy with that, but on the same side it's like, okay, you got to get those cards in the graveyard. And if you don't have them on the graveyard or on the field, then the other cards like Fiend Beast Zoa don't really get their extra playoff, don't really they don't benefit you because it's then going to allow your opponent to summon. You have certain cards that can get to it and put it in the graveyard, but those cards aren't searchable per se. So there's a deck that works. It's a deck that is fair, but with these cards, I just don't see them being anything more than just a cool deck. Like, it reminds me of the Gate Guardian support, where it's like, oh, it's cool, it can do something, but it's not really competitive. And granted, yes, my biggest complaint with these cards is they don't negate, they just destroy. Some of them don't negate. You can activate them as quick responses and it can destroy cards, which can, interrupt and get in the way of your opponent's plays. But if you can't quick effect and negate something and destroy, oh, no. And then you have the burning effect of it where you can destroy your opponent's card. The burn's not enough. Granted, they're big monsters, so it does help, but it's not enough. So they're gonna need more. In my opinion, these cards are not really that good. If you like Zoa, if you like MetalMorph, like who really likes MetalMorph? Granted, I understand the artworks of the spell and trap cards. They are similar to like the manga panels. So like there's that, but like if you're that big of a MetalMorph fan, then hey, this is for you. But they don't work with the old stuff. You can make them work with Red Eyes, but none of the Red Eyes support actually work together in synergy. Red Eyes has something for everything. Red Eyes has, Gemini monsters. Red Eyes has Toon monsters. Red Eyes has Red Eyes Black Metal. Red Eyes has zombie monsters. Like, none of, all the Red Eyes support. Red Eyes has ritual monsters. Like, Red Eyes doesn't, it has Synchro, it has XYZs. Like, it does not have, and it has Link monsters. None of the Red Eyes support work in tandem with each other. They just make new Red Eyes support that doesn't connect to the older support. So, hey, here's just another thing that Red Eyes can do that doesn't connect with the older stuff. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you think of these cards or what you think of my thoughts on these cards. Comment them down below. Let me know. I'll be down there going back and forth with you guys, but to me, it's not good. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, click that bell for notifications if you're old. That way you're always updated when we upload future content to this channel. All of our links, Duel link IDs, if you want to duel us on Master Duel, are in the description down below, along with our Discord server where you can send suggestions for future video topics. Guys, season 4 of The Boys is out. I want to watch it, so I'm going to edit this video and get it to you as soon as possible. Until then, see you on Saturday with me and Kisame.